That's life.
You're gorgeous.
You're gorgeous.
I love you.
I love you. Thank you. Miss you.
Be quiet.
I don't mind.
Outside.
I'm here. Hello. Who's here? Hello. Hi, Grayson. Blah, blah, blah. Rap Jedi. Kate Miller. Janina Guello. MW Mama. David Zimmer. 33. Jermaine Dixon. Aubrey Perry. Ivy. User. Hey, users. Get a name. Get a screen name. You need help? I'll help you come up with one. Oolong. Peony Lore. Hey, Amanda. How are you? Good to see you, girl. Isn't this a cute mug? A whole series of these really funny dog and cat mugs that my sister got me. Carol the Queen. Amanda Shock. Good Guy Smiley. O2 Brandy 15. Kelly Lou. Katrina. It's Alexander's World. Kendra Hinterland. I'm telling it like a story. You want one? I've got a few of these. They're cute, huh? So what's everybody up to tonight? It's Friday. It's raining here in Florida, believe it or not. Having bad weather. Hey, Love Science, Love's in Universe, whatever. You're working on projects. Well, I actually did some rearranging today, so you guys are going to see some of my cool antiques in the near future here. I've got some old penny arcade games I will share with you guys. There are also some fortune-telling games I will share with you guys. They just require pennies, which I have plenty. So, at some point I will show you. Hi, Racy. How are you? So, guys, in case you're wondering who I am, who these folks are behind me, it looks like my lights are dimming back here, but we've got, actually now I put the picture of my grandpa and Granny Shar right there. Oh, it's cold in India, I bet. And then I've got my Granny Shar right there also, which is younger. That's my great-great-great-grandma Minna. That is also her. This is my great-great-grandpa Max and my great-great-great-grandpa Isaac, and that is also Isaac. So you've now met my posse, my ancestor posse. They're behind me. I don't like the angle of this phone. It's kind of tripping me out a little. Okay, that's better. So, I am an intuitive psychic medium. So I read tarot cards and oracle cards. I do remote viewing, including helping you find lost things. I do mediumship, which means I speak to deceased loved ones. Psychic means that I know things that I should not know because they can come from anywhere, future, past, present. I also do automatic drawing and writing. I also work with other tools of divination, including the Ouija board, the pendulum, spirit box. I am also a paranormal investigator. So I have a lot of things in this realm. I am not an astrologer, nor am I a healer in that way. But those are all things that I have a lot of interest in. Thank you, lady. It's got some hair. Speaking of, feels like hair in my mouth. I simply divine. Thanks for following me. And guys, I do offer a subscription. I'm not gonna lie, there's not anything that exciting about it, but it does help me out. So if you like me and you want to help me out, get a subscription. It's $6. It's a cup of coffee. You're buying me a cup of coffee. Think of it that way. Hey, how are you, Tia Nini? Odd question. Am I wearing contacts? Why is that an odd question? Yeah. Yes, I am. I went to the witch doctor. I don't know that song. I was trying to remember it. Forget it. Not going to try it. Oh, look at the stars. How cute. So I do readings here on lives. If anyone is interested in a reading tonight, they are $40. You go into my profile. There's a thing called Linktree. You tap on that. You can pick Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. It should take you directly to me. You just post your $40. I see it, and I do your reading right here and now. Right meow. Hi, Shannon. How are you, mama? What I'm not liking, though, is it feels like the camera, the words are cutting me off the lips. So let me see if I can adjust just slightly here, because I did some rearranging here today. How's it going? Oh, you wanted to know that? No, I do not. So there's the truth. The truth comes out. I'll explain to you how that actually ended up happening. It's kind of a fun story. When I first started, that's better, I think, right? Maybe? I don't know. Having issues here, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. Let me fix this. Oh, there we go. I still haven't even recovered my voice yet, you guys, since the amusement park the other day. But what I was going to say is, what happened was, I started wearing contacts right around the time I started doing this online. And I was practicing wearing different colored contacts, practicing, trying different colors. And I was putting them in one eye because I only wear one contact because of the way my eyes are. And so I had this color in one day, and people were like, "Oh my God, your eyes look so cool." And I said, "That's not my eye, that's the contact." And then people were like, "Oh, you should wear them like that." And I'm like, "Really?" And then when I came online and I didn't have it in, people were like, "What happened to your eyes?" And sometimes I switch it. Sometimes it'll be this eye because I have two different eyes, right? But I get pairs of contacts, so I switch back and forth sometimes. I know, tricky of me, isn't it? Anyway, that's why. So I'm not trying to pull one over on anybody. It's just, it's sort of my signature now. That's one of my things. Yeah, one of my things I do. I don't like rain. Again, I feel like the words are cutting out. All right, kids. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday. I had a nice Friday. Like I said, I did some rearranging. You guys can get to see some of my cool antiques I have in the future here. And if you're interested in a reading, like I said, just speak up. Let me know. We'll do it. Also, I can help you find lost items if you have things that are missing. If you'd like me to talk about anything, it could be cryptids, aliens, UFOs, paranormal, ghost stories, spirit information, psychic stuff, whatever you guys want. We'll talk about it. If you want me to get anything out, show an example, like I have the pendulum, I have, the spirit box, things like that. We can do those. Tuesday this coming week, I will be doing a TikTok-a-thon, meaning I will be on almost the entire day, except for I'm going to be gone for about an hour in the middle. But from 99, maybe longer, I will be on TikTok all day. Can I do the Ouija board? I can do the Ouija board. Yes, I can. Let's wait a minute. We'll see about it. We'll give it a minute. Okay, before we get into that. Ouija board's funny. Sometimes it's kind of like, why does my intuition only work when I'm using it for others? That's a really great question. I have that same kind of problem, sort of, because of discernment. So what happens is when we're reading for others, because we usually don't know them, we don't know who's coming through, anything we get, we know is not from us, right? But if we're trying to do it for ourselves and we think we hear something or think we see something or think we got some message, we can't guarantee, because we already know that person and we know ourselves. It's very hard to tell if it's a spirit or it's just my imagination making up what I want to know or hear, right? So what I've had to do, I always have another person read for me, really. I have another reader. I use Butterfly Beth. I've used, what's her name? Seek the Meek before. I've had Carla do stuff for me. I've had T. Doula do things for me. There's a lot of good readers, so sometimes I have somebody else read me. The other thing I might do is sometimes spirit drawing, automatic drawing, things like automatic writing, things like that comes through for me. And other times I just ask for very specific signals. Like I'll say, hey, if you want to know, let me know you're around, maybe flash a light or something like that, right? Okay, Scott. Hey, Scotty, you're gonna have a reading. I didn't even see you, honey. Cool. Okay, so Scotty just paid for reading, y'all. Racy, if you're willing, would you mind moderating right now? I mean, you don't really have to do much. Just let people know I'm doing a reading so they don't, keep spamming me. If you're willing to, Racy, I appreciate it. I'll owe you a reading. How's that? I did find my dowsing rods. I did today. We'll pull those out too. Cool. You snuck in. You're so cute, Scott. All right, Scott. Let's get you going, my love. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give the cards a shuffle. You guys, I have so many decks of cards. That's one of the things I noticed today when I was cleaning up. I was like, holy crap. I've probably got about a dozen on the table right here next to me. And I probably got another dozen in my shelf. Great. So, Scott, here we go. Scott has been following me since, I don't even know, from the very beginning, honestly. But I've only read for you once, right, Scott? I think I read for you one time, honey. So, let's see what happens. Woohoo. All right, I'm going to divide the deck into 3 piles for you, Scott. My voice still has not returned. Do I have a favorite? I have 2 favorites now. I like them all, honestly. But some I like using better than others just because they're easier for me. This is one of my favorites, is this Rome Troy deck, which I'm also going to use. I'm going to actually shuffle it right now. And then the other one I just recently got at the thrift store, and I don't even remember what it's called, but it's got like a lot of cool like medieval looking things on it. I just kind of dig it. The Disney Villains deck is beautiful. It's very hard for me to shuffle. And it's also, oh yeah, that's right, we did Metaphysically. Oh yeah, that's right. And then, and then I've got this other one that has, I think Renee Visnon Design sent to me, I believe. And it's like the Antique Anatomy, and it's really beautiful, but again, sometimes a little bit difficult to read. So, some of them I just like to look at, and some of them I really like using a lot. So these are my two favorites so far that I use a lot. All right. So let's get going with you, Scott. I'm going to go ahead and just do a general reading, Scott. If something makes sense to you, just put a green heart next to your name, Scotty, so I see it. And also, if you want to make comments, put a green heart and then whatever your comment is. So that way I notice. Because otherwise I won't really notice a lot of your comments. So here we go. Spirits, ancestors. Whoa, you got a card right away. Okay, spirits, ancestors, guides, and energies. Picking cards today for Scott. Anything will help Scott in his journey moving forward. Anything you want to tell him that is important and that will support him to reach his higher and greater good. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you so much for that card. For some reason the cards are not, there we go. I was saying, weren't popping out the way they normally would. All right, let's see what else we get here. Thank you, spirits. Some more cards for Scotty, please. Thank you. All right, Scotty, you got a good handful of cards now. Okay. There's a lot going on with you, Scotty. It looks like you have some worry going on. Something's worrying you, I think. Feels like what I'm seeing here. All right, we're going to go into these cards in just a minute. Anybody can be next. If you go ahead and post your payment and I see a post and we're there, we're good. All right, starting out. You got the 9 of Swords. This is about a little bit of anxiety. The swords are about the truth, ideas, and communication. He is sitting up in bed holding his head like, I cannot sleep. There's just too much on my mind. All right. And I feel like, yeah, you're going through a tough time right now, Scott. I don't know what's going on with you, dear, but I can feel it. I feel like this sort of like anxiety going on. We then get the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords usually speaks her truth. She can be defensive often, but she's also very good at setting boundaries. Hi, Jerry Lynn. So I'm wondering if, hi, Kelly. Somebody in your life has kind of been a little bit argumentative with you, perhaps. I'm not sure if it's a man or woman. There is no gender in the tarot, but it does feel like a feminine energy to me. So it feels like somebody's been kind of like, giving you a hard time. I just feel like, I don't know if it's like an ex, maybe. Hi, Gemini. I'm not sure. It feels like that, maybe. Yeah, okay, Scott. So it feels like maybe an ex or some type of relative that you just don't jive with. Like they're just being jerks. Then we get the Hierophant, which is interesting because the Hierophant is about your intuitive ability. And I know you have some, Scott, even though you don't generally use it. It's telling me, though, that whatever's going on right now, you're going to learn a lot from this, what's happening. There's a lot to be learned from what is going on in your life right now. Even if nothing is going on in your life right now, there's a lot to be learned. It's kind of like you said, you're having a rough time and unsettled. There's a reason, because there's something you're supposed to absorb. There's something you're supposed to be learning right now. Let's see if we can find out a little bit more. We then have the 3 of Cups, okay? And this is sometimes a celebration or a reunion. So it feels like there's a possibility that you're going to see somebody maybe you haven't seen in a while, and that might be one of the things that's making you uncomfortable. Either you have to, or you're looking forward to it. Like it could be something like a class reunion, or it could be something like having to see your ex-wife, or an ex-girlfriend, or a friend you don't like, or a cousin you don't like, or something like that. But it feels like there is some kind of a get together or a moment of reuniting with somebody you have not seen in a while. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's coming up. Okay. And that might be what that feeling, that nervous feeling is. Because then we get the 5 of Pentacles. And this card's about a couple things. First of all, it's not calling attention to your weaknesses. As you can see, he's got a bell around his neck. The bell is because he is a leper. Lepers back in the day, body parts would rot off of them. They smelled bad. It was a very disgusting, horrible, very contagious disease. They would have a colony where they lived because they didn't want to be near other people. And so when they came down the street, they would have a bell so people knew they were coming. So that's why I say this is about kind of like calling attention to your weaknesses. And I feel like this is not a time to focus on that. It also tells me that you often look for support in the wrong places. And I'm not saying I'm the wrong place, but I'm just saying there is a church right here and there's a woman who doesn't look so great and he's talking to her instead of going inside the church to get help. So it's about kind of like knowing where to look for that support. It is also a 5 energy, which means there is a struggle going on. And it is Pentacles, which Pentacles often can represent career, finance, just stability. So it does feel like there's like some kind of something unsettled for sure. And somebody from your past who's kind of causing some of this uncomfortableness. And you may see them again very soon, but you are going to get a big lesson on this. I'm just saying there's something here for you. Then the last card is the 9 of Wands. And this is sort of like, I'm just tired. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm exhausted. I'm over it, right? Wands are dreams, hopes, desires, passions. And look at him. He looks super tired. He's exhausted. But he's still holding on to one, so he hasn't really given up. But you feel like giving up. They get it. We've all been there, honey. Don't feel bad. We've all been there. But this too shall pass, as my mother always says. Let's see what other cards we have and get more information. All right. So 9 of Swords. Why, spirits, guides, and ancestors does Scotty have the 9 of Swords? Yes, 4 of Pentacles goes with the 9 of Swords. What goes with that Queen of Swords, spirits? Why the Queen of Swords, please? Why do we have the Queen of Swords? Spirits, ancestors, guides. There we go. Okay, we got the World. Hierophant, we got 9 of Cups. All right, 3 of Cups. Why do we have 3 Cups? Thank you. 6 Pentacles came up again. Oh, no, we didn't get the 6 Pentacles. It was 5 Pentacles, excuse me. That was 6. Whoa, whoa. Then we got the 2 of Swords and the 5 Wands and King of Pentacles. All right. Let's keep going. Is I still following? I hope so. Okay. 4 of Pentacles along with that 9 of Swords. Okay. So I talked about a little bit of anxiety. This 4 of Pentacles tells me that there's something that's just a little off balance right now. I feel like the 4 of Pentacles is about aligning. Okay. Mind, body, spirit, everything. This is about stability. And it feels like you're a little off right now, like you said. Something's not right. And I'm almost feeling like it may be sort of that, I don't want to say midlife crisis because I hate that term because I'm at midlife, but that feeling of like, you know, sort of reviewing and going, wow, half my life is gone. Do I even like what I'm doing? Is this even working for me kind of feeling? And I know that's not what this card necessarily means, but it does feel like something's off kilter, like your spirit and emotional world is not in a good place, is what I feel. And I just said world, and here's the World card. Okay, so remember I said there's also somebody that's going to kind of give you a hard time or make you feel like anxious or upset, or she could be very defensive or sort of standoffish or something like that, or causing an issue. We do have the World. So this person doesn't really actually live near you, I don't think. But I feel like even at a distance, this person's upsetting for you. With the 5 of the Hierophant, the 5 energy, we did get the 9 of Cups. So remember I said there's a lesson in all this for you. So that's something to kind of think about. And we do have the 9 of Cups. So 9 energy is about resolution. The Cups are about love, relationships, fulfillment, that sort of thing. And this card's really about self-care. Okay, so she gives away a lot of cups right there, but she also keeps a few for herself. And so this is making sure you get that balance. And I think I brought that up also on this card in particular. You got to be able to say, okay, I'm willing to give, and I'm willing to give to a certain point, but there comes a point where you got to go, enough's enough. And I feel like someone's almost like milking you. I don't know what's going on, but somebody's just like asking for way too much from you. I don't know if it's emotional or financial or both. But it feels like somebody, it may even be a parent, I don't know, but somebody that you kind of feel like sort of a responsibility towards in some way. I don't know. 6 of Pentacles along with that 3 of Cups are still, and Scotty, don't feel bad if you want to jump in and give a heart or whatever. It's cool. Just so I know you're still here. I said that it may be some type of I definitely need to start keeping some of my cups. Yeah. Sort of like this reunion feeling, like you're going to see somebody you haven't seen in a while. We then get the 6 of Pentacles, and this is about where you put your energy, okay? And I'm going to tell you, do not put your energy if you don't want to towards that person. If you don't want to see that person or you don't want to get together with some people, don't feel like you have to. I feel like this is a time for you to take care of yourself. You know, if it's causing you anxiety to go to that reunion or that wedding or that funeral or that whatever it is, and you just feel like freaked out about it, just don't do it. Nobody says you have to. You don't have to anything. That's kind of the message I'm getting, is you don't have to anything. You don't have to, you don't gotta, you don't anything, okay? So, sorry, the screen looks funky. I need to move it down just a bit, but anyway. Then we have the 2 of Swords. Okay, so remember I said don't call attention to your weaknesses. I said don't look for help in the wrong place, but then we get a 2 of Swords. Like you have to make some kind of decision you don't want to make, okay? So I'm not sure what that has to do with asking for help in the wrong place, but maybe that's what it is. Maybe you want to ask for help, but you don't know how. I mean, it could be anything. It could be, financial. It could be, asking for a therapist. It could be asking for a friend to visit or something. Thank you. Hi. So it just feels like there's this sort of like feeling like you're pushing yourself to make a choice that may not even really be there. Like it's not really you have to. Again, I keep hearing you don't have to. 5 of Wands energy with that 9 of Wands energy. 5 of Wands is this energy of sort of a little bit of conflict and kind of feeling like a lot of people are just giving you their input and you're not really asking for it. And you can see that in the picture, right? And I feel like I don't think it's healthy for you. For people to be giving you input about some of the things that you've maybe even asked about. I feel like you've got a better grip on things than you think. The last card you got here is the King of Pentacles, and he is very stable. Oh, something is floating around you. Don't know if anyone else saw. Oh, I got an orb. I get orbs all the time. We'll have to go back and watch it. I've had some crazy orbs, you guys, in this room. Yeah, not surprised. I did not see it. But anyways, I got the King of Pentacles for you, Scott. It says that you are much more stable and more capable than you realize. Yeah, I get orbs. And I feel like you are not giving yourself enough credit is what I'm trying to say. Okay, you have this. You got this. You don't have to listen to other people. You don't have to ask other people unless you want to. And that's kind of what I'm seeing. A lot of this sort of like asking for help from other people or asking for input from other people. And I don't know that you need that. There's nothing wrong with asking for help if you really want help. But opinions, I don't know that you need them. All right, I think I've ground that into the ground. You know, whatever you want to say, beat the dead horse, whatever. Then we get gratitude. Okay, and I love this card. There's no reason to not love this card. I mean, basically, it's what it says. Have gratitude. Be happy for everything you got right now. Sometimes we get in that weird spot where we're anxious or sad or all these things. We forget about all the good things in our life. So I often will write down my top 10 blessings if I get into that mode. And I'll put things like, even if you can't think, I can say like, hey, my hair looked good today. You know, my coffee was delicious this morning. You know, I'm so glad I actually have a bed to sleep in, even though I'm sick. You know, I'm so glad that I have enough gas in my car to get to work. You know, little things that you say thank you for often can bring you other blessings. So if you've gotten to that point where you forgot to say thank you, this is the time to remind yourself. Especially if you see like repeating numbers on the clock. You've heard me say this before. It's usually a spirit guide message or a wink, so to speak. So I would say when you see those, make sure you say thank you. All right. We're almost done here, Scotty. We're getting into the last parts of these things. And then, Scott, if something comes to mind that I didn't answer while I was doing this reading, you're welcome to ask your question. I can see what I can tell you about it. So feel free to jump in, Scotty, if you have something. Okay, so you got the black bear, guardian, which makes sense because we were just talking about how you overhelp people because you're very protective. And here's what it says. Gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. It will help me protect the ones I love, awaken my intuition, and guide me. What did I say? I said, I felt like your intuition is kind of part. So, you know, this is part of that sort of, I call it the Superman complex, where we save people that really don't deserve it. Because we want to be a superhero. We want to help everybody. I really feel, again, as I said before, the Six of Pentacles and this Five of Pentacles are both talking about don't look to the wrong people. Don't help the wrong people. Help people that really need the help. Okay? Okay, jumping into the maps deck, right? Meow, maps. Oh, we got coming apart. Okay, 4 and 6 energy. 4 energy is about healing. 6 energy is harmony, flow, and balance. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 means a new phase in life, a new chapter. This is definitely about a little bit of a heartbreak. Okay, somebody is away from you, whether it be a spouse, a girlfriend, a child. It definitely feels like there's something that kind of shook your world up at some point. I think it was a while ago, but it's still hard for you for some reason. I really feel like this has to do with your family, your immediate family, like your kids and your wife and that. Like, I mean, I don't remember all your story, but I feel like for some reason that's coming up for you. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I'm currently helping someone financially that a lot of people say don't deserve my help. Yeah, well, you can stop right now. Don't do it anymore. You can say, hey, I already helped you. What are you doing? Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull from this botanicals deck. So we already got an orb in here. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. You too, the ant. We got protection. So you keep getting protection, dear. Protection. You just got protection. Check. I just said that. You're being protected. You think you're being protected, but really what you're doing is you're enabling. Yeah, the divorce, yeah. I knew that was not too long ago. Okay, sweetheart. Well, she don't know what she's missing. That's all I got to say. Scotty's fabulous. Any single ladies, check out Scotty. I'm just kidding, Scott. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. Love. Let's pull one more. And lastly, hold your vision. Fixed moon. So this just means don't compromise, honey. Don't compromise for anybody. I feel like, you know, it's one thing to be nice to people, but it's another thing to be a doormat. And you don't need to let people wipe their feet on you. I feel like sometimes we get confused. We don't ever want to say, no, that's enough, or I have a boundary. But we have to. And you're a Gemini. See? There we go. No surprise there. So I really feel like, think of it this way. If you died tomorrow, God forbid, okay, what would this person do? And that's what you need to say to them. Like, hey, what if I wasn't here? What would you be doing? Because really, nothing's guaranteed, you know, and I don't want to be in charge of you forever. You know, I did this to help you. I'm not here to do it for you, right? Yeah. So I'm going to move my thing down just a tad. I'm sorry, I got to get real close to the camera. Sorry, you'll see all my pores and flaws and fun stuff. I'm trying to get this to go. Nah, it's not working, y'all. Okay, hold on. Let me try this. Absolutely. This might help. I'll tilt this forward just a tad so that... Is that better? Yeah, that's way better. Okay, that's better. Because what was happening is the words were like right here on my face. It's driving me nuts. Yes, they would be homeless. Well, you know what, though? They'll figure it out. Okay, I'm not telling you what to do. I would suggest you give them a deadline. By this date, I expect you to have a job. By this date, I expect you to be moved out. If they get mad, say, I'm trying to help you. And you need to help me too. I've already helped you. Now you help me. I'm asking you to do this. This is about you. Oh, you were. Hi, Liz. How are you doing? So Scotty, I feel like that's really the bottom line here, dear, is you just gonna have to set some boundaries. And it's okay. You know what? If they don't like it, then you know that they aren't grateful, right? They should be grateful for what you're doing. Do you have a degree in psychology? Yes, I do, actually. I do. I have a BA. Tell me what to do. I'm okay. Well, I don't be responsible for your decisions, but I am saying you do need to set boundaries. You can say, like, hey, I've already helped you. By this date, I expect you to move out. Is there any reason? And here's the words I want you to use. Is there any reason why this is going to be a problem? So that they will tell you what their problem is if they think they can't do it. Right? That's how you always start. Is there any reason why you might not move out by the Friday the 20th? Whatever it is. Okay, let me roll back here a little bit. I don't know how to say no, and people take advantage of me. You do know how to say no. You go like this. No. So your tongue hits the back of your teeth or top of your mouth, and you go, oh, no. See? Isn't that easy? Hi, Happy Tea. You knew it. My brother's in a narcissistic marriage. Lovely. Oh, thank you for the ad about my TikTok-a-thon, Carly. You're awesome. I didn't see you were here. The wife I caught cheating on him. What? What are you talking about, Marissa? Oh, the wife I caught cheating on him. Okay, you're talking about your brother's wife. Okay. Lovely. Just had thunder, you guys. I could hear that. Does it help with your tarot prayer? Absolutely, of course, because I'm actually kind of counseling, right? Yeah, he stays with her. Oh, well, that's his problem. That's his journey, honey. Sorry to tell you. Oh, thank you, TGIF to you too, sweetie. She says to him to avoid us. Whatever, it's not your problem. It's not your problem. It's not your journey, and that's your brother's journey. That's her journey. Stay away from it. It's not your problem. Just tell your brother you love him. You're there when he decides he wants support. That's it. That's all you owe him. Love. That's all you owe him. Hi, Dawn. Didn't see anything on the romance front. Did you want me to check? I can. Let's see. Maybe because you're still healing, Scott, you're still healing. Because if you're still letting people walk all over you, maybe you're not ready for a relationship, honey. And we'll see. See if anything comes out for you, okay? For Scotty. Scotty's still asking about relationships. Okay, well. I couldn't have picked a more appropriate card. Honest to God, I could not have picked a more appropriate card for you, Scotty. What did I just say to you? I said, I think you're still healing. You're not ready. And what did I pick? The card about healing. Four of Swords. That is exactly what this card is about. Healing the heart. So, got a little work to do, sweetheart. Once you fix that, once you heal that, and you stop beating yourself up, and you forgive yourself, and you realize there is no good or bad, it was an experience. And you learned. Remember, I brought that up in your reading. I said, there's a big learning experience for you. Once you realize that and you stop letting it break your heart over and over again, because every time you remind yourself about all the bad things that happen, you are replaying in your mind, you are putting yourself through that again, you are re-traumatizing yourself. Okay? Stop doing it. It's not helping you. Start forgiving yourself. Start saying, hey, but you know what? I did this in that relationship. This was good in the relationship. Here's some things I learned from this relationship. This is why I'm not going to do this the next time. I already know what I'm going to do better this time. And guess what? You will heal. And when you heal, guess what? This is a very fast-moving energy. That lady will show up if that's what you're looking for. But don't look for it. It will show up. Okay? Attract it by being the best Scott you can be right now. The happiest, healthiest, most calm, most centered, most excited, most positive. All of those things, you will attract the right person. If you're down, if you're sad, if you're desperate, if you're lonely, guess what kind of person you're going to attract? Right? So work on you. Love you. Perfect. Perfect cards for you. All right. Hey, Sean, Dawn, do you see if I'm going to be okay with surgery next month? Of course you are, Dawn. No doubt in my mind, my dear, you are going to be aces. And I want you to visualize yourself waking up and feeling terrific from the surgery. And I want you every day to say, no matter what you think, when people start asking how you're doing, you say, I'm getting better and better every day. Those are the words I want you to use exactly. I'm getting better and better every day. Because you will. Promise. Hey, Beno. What does that say? What? Can you pull a card to see if I should go back to school for a psych degree? No, I won't pull a card for that because you know what? Do you want to? Then the answer would be yes. You don't need a card. You don't need a psychic. If that's what you want to do, then do it. That's what my degree is in. I have a degree in psych. If that's what you want to do it. I just think you should be clear about why you're doing it. Are you doing it because somebody else wants you to do it, or are you doing it because you want to do it? And if you want to do it, great. Absolutely. Oh, Manifest is so kind of you, honey. Should I change careers? I don't know. Do you want to? Why not? If you don't like what you're doing, absolutely. If you don't like what you're doing, definitely. Are we going to get married? Are you? Me and you? No, I'm not. I don't want to get married. You bet, girl. What is the outlook of my job? Is my mother-in-law Casey mad at me? Why don't you ask her, Nishia? I was adopted. Will I be with my adoptive family when I pass? You will be with anybody that has been involved in your life that you wish to be around, and maybe people you forgot about, yes. It doesn't matter. Adopting doesn't mean poop. Doesn't mean a thing. You're still family. You still know each other. You still have a connection. She passed away a while ago. Oh, okay. Well, that changes things. Is my mother-in-law Casey when she passed away? Why would you? Okay, well, first of all, why would you care at this point if she's already gone? If it wasn't important for you to fix it when she was alive, then why are you worried about it now? Or are you getting something that's happening that's making you concerned? Makes me feel better. I've been scared about that. Thank you. Oh, good, honey. I'm glad. Why do orbs pick up on camera when you do not see them with the eye? Because they're fast, usually. And I do see them sometimes. Actually, there is a video I posted of a live a couple months ago, or it was like a month ago. It is in my YouTube where there were tons of orbs during the session. And there was a point where I actually saw it with my eyes. And I pointed it out. And so there were a bunch of incidences of orbs on that particular video. It's in my YouTube somewhere around the top. I think there may even be a link in my link tree. You see them. Yeah, I do sometimes, not every time. Because I feel like she is for keep hurting her son, supposedly. So you think she's haunting her son and hurting him is what you think? You saw orbs during your ND? Yeah, I see them pretty frequently, actually. I doubt that. Okay. They all record. I just don't always upload them. I upload them if there's something I think is worth looking at. Now, I need to learn to edit them. I haven't been doing that. So actually, I saw an orb outside Nevada the other day when on a vacation. Oh, cool, Carla. Right on. I've been told people have seen them around me on FaceTime, but I think, yeah, that does happen. I'm just oblivious, yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, they're very fast. Hi, my daughter Maddie's 7, sitting here watching with me. She's asking for a card. Aw, okay, well, if you're okay with it, I'll pull a card for Maddie. How about an animal card? How about a Spirit of the Animals card? These are beautiful. She might like this. She got deer. She got love. Isn't that pretty? Hey, Maddie. Here's what it says. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. I love that for you. Perfect. You see it? You're a deer. Love is your secret weapon. Good for you. That's a beautiful card for a child. I like it. Will my daughter get accepted into special education school? That's a good question. Let's use the pendulum for that one. let's use the pendulum. And if anybody's looking to have, oh, sorry, Wanda. If anybody's looking to have a tarot reading tonight with Oracle cards, it is $40. It is in my profile, in my link tree, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. If you want private readings, you can go to my website, MissMollyKnows.com. All right, so you wanted to know if, what was the question again? It was a yes, no. It was, oh, will your daughter get into special education school? I feel like she will already, but let's see what happens here. Okay, so this is how the pendulum works. I'm just gonna like hold my arm as steady as possible, my hand, and of course it's gonna move, you guys. I can't help it. But if the answer is yes, it'll go in a counterclockwise circle usually for me. Looks like a yes to me. Yeah. Yep. And that was for if her daughter was gonna get into special education school. Yeah. Why would you lose your job? Will your daughter pass her CNA state exam? Okay. Will the daughter pass her state exam? Looks like a yes. Yeah. That's what this says. Okay, so there's a 50-50 chance it's right. I mean, let's be honest. So are you going to get pregnant again? I don't know. Hey, Miss Musi, why wouldn't you? So I can answer questions through readings, which is my preferred way, by the way. The yes-no thing, I don't really care for it, to be honest with you. And I'll tell you why. Because, again, I have a 50-50 chance of being right or wrong. So it seems kind of cheesy. And it's like, you could probably answer for yourself and be more correct than me. If you got rid of friends, yes. I'm not even going to go psychic on you on that one. Hey, Brooke, if you got rid of friends because they weren't good friends, that's the right thing to do. You will have more friends and you will get better friends over the years. And then you'll literally have like just a couple of friends, and that's better. Trust me. You know, having a lot of friends isn't always the best thing. They can be pains in the boot. Hey, hi. So. Oh, hi, Laura. Thank you. So y'all, on Tuesday, I will be on here from 9 to 9 doing a TikTok-a-thon. What'd you say? The earrings so cute. Oh, thank you, Carla. That one is like a sun and one's like a moon thing. These came from my sister-in-law, I think, at Christmas time. And with the yes or no questions, the asker can always answer. Yes, exactly. So really, if you have a super important question, and this isn't because I'm trying to make money, seriously, but I do make money, but let's be honest. But that's not why. If you want an answer to a question, a reading's better, because then I can give you more details about like what to expect and how to help you make better decisions or to have the outcome you're looking for, versus me just going, yes, no. I mean, you know, because otherwise, really, I'd like to give you the answer you want every time, right? I would love to. Does my daughter see spirit? If you're asking me, I'm going to say yes, because there's probably something that indicates she does. Yeah. And, you know, there are readers that can communicate with nonverbal. Mariana, energy reader Mariana on here, she does nonverbal communication, psychic nonverbal. So if you want ever to talk to her, she's amazing. Linda, should I get to work on my conversation? You know, I'm going to be on there. I'm going to be doing a TikTok-thon. Yeah. Where am I based? I am in Florida now. For now. I kind of move around a lot. You guys are so nice. Yeah, I'm going to be on much more now. If you follow me, it should indicate when I jump on. And I try to post right before I go on. Like I always post like a few minutes before, like, hey, I'm going to go live right now. But I'm going to be on so much more now, you guys, because I totally changed everything about my life. Completely. So what I've done is I'm only working 1 or 2 days a week at a shop, you know, actually doing physical readings in person. Okay. And then I'm going to be on here all the time. Before I was just trying to like balance 3 different things and it was a pain in the butt. Thank you. Yes, that's what I was talking about, Carla. Thank you. If you have nonverbal children or people that are in comas, unfortunately, or things like that, Mariana can communicate. Now, I've never tried to do that, to be honest with you. I probably could. I mean, because I have really strong mediumship skills, but I have not tried it. I'll be honest. I've not tried it yet. Thank you, Jenny. That's kind of you. So, yeah. So since I had the pendulum out, let's talk about it for a second. If you've never seen one, it doesn't have to have a crystal. It could be, okay, so pendulums can easily be, yes, that's going to be so fun. Next Friday, not this Friday, not tonight, next week, I am going to be, I gave up Casadega. I'm not working there anymore. I'm only working here in the Palm Coast. But anyways, they used to use usually a locket on a chain, like a necklace. And so it comes from probably imperceptible movements of your hand, more than likely, or a vibratory energy coming from you that is allowing it to swing a certain way. Okay. And there's something magical about it. It comes sort of from you, your higher self, your subconscious, which is in turn spirit. Okay. So that's how a pendulum works. You set the pendulum. I do it like I use the dowsing rods. I actually ask it if a question that I know the answer to. So I will say, my name is David. That's a no. So I already know it's no. And look what it does. It goes back and forth when I say something that's a no. Okay. But then I could say my name is Molly. And what'll it do? Usually it'll go in a counterclockwise circle for me. Sure enough, my name is Molly. See, it's starting to go. Takes a second. But anyways, it's going in a circle basically. So that's how I know. The proper way to hold it is to not move your arm, try to do anything not to move your arm basically. If you can put your elbow on a table like I did, perfect. If you can't, some people will put their hand underneath and put their feet on the ground and sit very still. Other people tuck it into their side so their arm is steady. I mean, the main thing is as steady as you can get your arm is you're going to get a much more accurate reading. But again, it's like the dowsing rods. Dowsing rods are actually interesting or divining rods, because they work the same way, but they're even more specific. Like they'll point in directions, they'll give you yeses and nos. So those are very cool. If you guys want to see them, I can grab them. I can show you a demonstration. Would you like to see a demonstration of the dowsing rods? Because you guys can make them. I can tell you how to make them. Yeah? I feel like you're saying yeah. I'll be right back. Let me grab them. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, I gotta grab something. They want to see dowsing rods. Yeah, I did one reading. I'm probably going for a little bit more and I'll come up. Cool?
Whatever you want, baby.
Yeah. Here I come. I'm coming back. Oh, with my divining rod, so divine. Thank you about my birdies. Oh, yeah. Divining rods, everybody, if you've never seen them. Very simple. I made these, okay, with a hanger and drinking straws. I did. I moved. I started over. I reinvented my life, literally. And so basically you take a hanger, you straighten it out, and then you make two pieces that are in an L shape, right? You just make an L shape, right angle. And you want the bottom to be big enough for your hand. And then all you do is you bend it like this. You put a straw. I just used a regular old drinking straw. And then you bend this up just so the straw doesn't come off. And that allows it to swing freely. Now be careful, don't poke yourself, right? Yes, those are my ancestors behind me. So we've got my great-great-great-grandpa Isaac. That is him there too, these two pictures. That's probably why there's a lot of orbs in here, more than likely. This is my great-great-great-grandma Minna, and that's her also. This is my Granny Shar right here, and this is my Granny Shar and my Grandpa Herc right here, and this is my great-great-grandpa Max. So there you go. I don't have kids. Nope. And that was on purpose. I didn't want them. I like kids, but I don't want them. Okay, so that's how you make them, guys. Very simple. You snip the hanger in half. I cut off the part that's the twisted hook or whatever. You bend these, you put your straw in there, and then you just make it, that's it. Okay, so they work similar to the pendulum. And so what you do, usually people like to stand up. You can use them for a couple things. Yeah, aren't they cool? You can use them if you want to ask a yes/no question. So usually a yes, you can ask a question that's a yes or a no. Okay, so I'm going to, see, they're already trying to move. So I'm going to ask a question. Okay, my name is, let me try to straighten them. So you can hold your thumb on top before you ask the questions. They'll want to swing around, right? So I'm going to just hold my hands real steady, like as steady as I can. You know, of course I shake because I'm old, but all right, my name is Molly. Okay, so I'm going to see what it tells me when I say my name is Molly. It looks like they like to go out for a yes. All right, I'm 20 years old. That is definitely a no, 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 no. Okay, the crisscross for me is no. Now, everybody's different. Okay, so I always say set it first. You know, some people, oh, it's crisscross is yes. I'm like, look, whatever it tells me is yes and no, fine. You can also ask it questions like, where is my cool antique machine? Can you tell me where my antique machine is? And yes, that's right over there. It points over there. Okay, I can also say, where is the door to this room if I want to leave the room? Where is the door to the room? Yes, it's over there. See how that works? You can also use them in a way to ask questions like, is there a spirit in this room with me right now? Whoever was there an orb in here that is a spirit that's with me right now? Well, it's pointing over there, so it must be over there. See? You see I'm not moving, right? Okay, then you could say, if there's a spirit in here, does your name start with an A? No. Does your name start with, let's see, it doesn't want to uncross, okay. Does your name start with a B by some chance? Does your name start with a B? No. Does your name start with a C? No. Does your name start with a D? Does it start with a D? Is that correct? Okay. Okay, so it's a name that starts with a D. All right. So now I want to know, are you a male? Are you male or female? Are you a boy? Are you a boy? I mean, I moved. I did move. Okay, no. So this is a girl. So your name starts with a D and you're a girl. Okay. So is your name Dana? No. Is your name Diane? I'm getting a little bit of a headache. This is weird. Is your name Dorothy? No. Is your name Deborah? Okay, so we're going to have to see what I'm saying. It's kind of tedious. Doris? No, didn't get a Doris. Dolores? No. Denise? See, and here's the problem. So we could go through this whole thing, or we can start asking letters. We can keep going and going and going. Okay, see what I'm saying? So it's really up to you how you want to use these. I'm not going to keep going, but that's how these work. Sorry, whoever that was. If you still want to speak to us, you can always come through me in another way. But that's pretty much how they work. And one way you can work with them is they are meant, a lot of the people call these water witches, right? Or water witching is what they call it. Because this is used a lot to find water underground that you cannot see because of the magnetic energy. So that's why some people call them that. But what I was going to say is you could practice with putting a bottle of water outside, like somewhere, hiding it in the woods or something like this, and saying, I need to find the water, and allowing them to lead you to the water. I've tried it. It works. Yeah. No, I'm not going to keep going on it. But what I was trying to explain to you guys is how they work more than anything. So yeah, so that's dowsing rods. So that's another tool that we'll be playing with a little bit on Tuesday. We'll also do the spirit box, which is a transistor radio basically that sweeps through the stations really fast. You'll hear a bunch of static and then words come through. And the cool part is when I use that and I've got my headphones on and I'm listening, I also go into mediumship mode. And so I'm not only hearing in my ear from the radio, but I start getting actual visuals and other input. So it's actually been kind of interesting. It's not really meant for mediumship, but that's how I've been using it in a way, not on purpose. That's just how it turned out. Michelle, the medium and I sometimes come on here and we do it together online, and we've had some very interesting input and we've had some very accurate stuff come through. We used it when we did a paranormal investigation 2 weeks ago. We went out to Mount Dora to the Lakeside Inn and we did a paranormal investigation. We used our spirit boxes a lot. I did some automatic drawing. We had really, really compelling results. I mean, whoa, it was cool. It was cuckoo. It was cool. We definitely want to go back. And I am going to be going down to meet Michelle on Friday night of next week. And we are going to be doing a live at 10 o'clock until whenever we go to bed. a pajama party. It's going to be silly. We are going to be doing all kinds of cool things. For spirit box, I hear that they're like Ouija used. I don't know, like Ouija board. No, how would they be like a Ouija board? That doesn't even make sense. A Ouija board works more like the dowsing rods or the pendulum. It works off of the energy from you, okay, from your body. So it's really you that is moving the things, but it's not you like consciously doing it. It is spirit coming through, or higher consciousness, or whatever you want to call it, okay? And it is a very imperceptible energy that you don't feel, but you are causing those things to move. Okay. And so when you are a psychic intuitive or a medium like me, and I notice everything, it's like I can even do it by myself, which is weird. You know, most people like to have another person when they're using a Ouija board or whatever. But there's nothing evil in itself on any of those things. It's safe as long, okay. Anything is safe with the right intentions. And that includes guns, you guys. Come on, or knives or ropes or, you know, even sometimes poison, depending what it's being used for. It's really who is the person using it? Why are they using it? Is it in the hands of somebody who is using it with care and respect? So if you're doing it for entertainment purposes, just to play, I wouldn't do it. But if you really want to communicate with spirits and you want to hear their messages and you aren't afraid and you understand that they are just like us, they just aren't in their meat suit, and not treat it in a way that is sensational, I think, no, you don't have anything to worry about. But if you go into it like, oh, I just want to show off, show everybody how great this is, I got ghosts in my house, you know, and you're being a jerk about it, you know, I don't know what can happen. I mean, I'm not saying anything really bad. I'm not saying that spiritual entities or multidimensional entities can't harm us. Yes, I guess anything is possible. But what I think is, again, if you are coming from a negative place, you can attract a negative energy. That's why when I'm having a really bad day, I won't come on here sometimes. You know, sometimes I will share some personal things that are going on, but generally, if I'm in a bad place physically or mentally, it's not always good for me to be on here doing anything. You know? Because what will that draw in? Like tonight, I'm in a great mood. I feel really good. I had a great day. I slept well last night. I feel happy. It's good for me to be here. I'm going to give you better results, truthfully. So spirit box, you know, if you're trying to speak with your daughter, Angela, who's passed, you could try it. We could try it here. I can't guarantee she'll come through. I don't know anything about her. I don't want you to tell me anything, but we could try it. But I'm not here to like play with your feelings. Okay. If it's something you want me to do here, I could. Again, I don't know what'll come through. It may not be your daughter because right now there's 43 people in here. It could be anybody. When I was 12, my friend and I used the Ouija board. The lights went out and the door slammed shut. Sure. Yeah. That doesn't mean it's evil though. Okay. Could have been a spirit said, okay, they want us to communicate. We're communicating. We're letting them know we're here. That's all it is. Right? But when we're kids, it scares us. And then we get all freaked out. And then, oh yeah, then the bad things start happening, right? I had it happen too when I was a kid. 10. Thank you, Spirit Guides. And it's 44 people. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Doubles and doubles. 10s are about new beginnings. 4s are about healing. Yeah, we're all healing, right? Okay. So Angel would like me to use the spirit box to see if I can contact her daughter. Now, again, I'm not here to play with your feelings. I take this very seriously, okay? But what I am going to do is I'm going to tell you right now, the spirit box, I cannot control what comes through that box. So if there's personal stuff there, if it resonates for you, great. Be careful about what you post on here, please. You know, for your safety. I will, by the way, you guys, also for your safety, I will never ask you for a reading. That's not something I do. So just know that. But she probably will. I'm just saying. And you can say that then. If you feel that way, Dawn, don't use it. But I disagree. It's just a tool. Just like these are, just like the pendulum is. It's a tool. It was produced as a game. And I have ones here that my friend made out of wood herself. There's nothing magical about them except what you believe in them. It's all intention. I'm telling you, 100%. But if you're afraid to use one, I would not recommend it because you already have fear. You already think something bad's going to happen. Yeah, I would not use one if that's what you think. But I think that's true again. If you're afraid of tarot cards, don't use them. If you're afraid of the pendulum, don't use it. If you're afraid of dowsing rods, don't use them. That's just my personal feelings. Well, because that's your belief. It's just a form of divination. That's all it is. All right. My spirit box. Where did I put my spirit box? Where did I put my spirit box? Oh, I will get it now. Where is it? This. I shouldn't have promised you before I knew where it was because it is a damn mess in here, y'all. It is a bloody mess. Hold on. Sorry. I gotta remember where the heck I put the thing. Did I put it out here? I see the box, but where's the actual headphones? My headphones and my spirit box. There's my headphones. I see you. I see your headphones. Then my spirit box is right there. Yay! Success, y'all. Success! Now, I have had a problem in the past when I use the spirit box running out of battery. Yes. Oh, and there are links, you guys, in my profile for these tools and videos on how to use them. If you go to my website specifically, in my blog posts, I have a lot of good information about all of these things. And there'll be more soon. I haven't been really doing my blogs as much lately, but there are videos, there's explanations, there's articles I've written, all kinds of cool stuff. So go to my website, MissMollyKnows.com. Also in my profile here, my link tree has so much stuff in it, you guys. If there's stuff that I'm doing that you think is interesting, just go to my link tree, check it out. Also subscribe if you want. It's like $6. Helps me out. I will be doing special things for my subscribers here and there, but really just helps me. That's the honest truth. All right. So spirit box, I'm going to explain to you how this thing works. Okay. So I'm just going to do spirit box in general. I'm not going to guarantee anybody's going to come through. We're going to see what happens. I'm not going to have any preconceived notions. And I'm only going to be on for a few more minutes. So we're just going to do like one example. Okay. One session, so to speak. And when I'm doing this, I'm not going to let you guys hear it only because it is annoying as F. All right. The sound, and I will let you hear it. It is annoying. And I can focus and hear better with the headphones on, but I will out loud tell you what I'm hearing. Okay. And I'm not going to look at your questions. I'm not going to look at what you say here. I'm going to look away because I don't want that to influence what I say. I want to be able to hear it very clearly and allow my mediumship to come through as well. Okay. Deal, y'all? So if you aren't wanting to hear from somebody, like if that is something what you do not want to hear, just put out the vibe. Like, I don't want to hear from anybody today. All right. And 9 times out of 10, it's not going to happen. So, all right. So here's what a spirit box is. It's basically a transistor radio, big whoop, right? It's got FM, AM. And when you turn it on, it'll sound like a radio. So I just turned it on. Hopefully the battery didn't die in here. Okay. It's on. Make sure you guys can hear it. All right. That's what it sounds like. Then you hit sweep in reverse or forward, and you can change how fast it goes back and forth. So then you start hearing this. Did you hear somebody say something? I did just now. So that's what it sounds like basically. So for me to play it out loud for you guys to hear it, I would have to turn the volume up and it will kill your ears and you will friggin' hate it. And I won't be able to actually hear it very well. But I did hear somebody just say something. I don't know what you heard. But anyway, it is difficult to hear. But if you got the headphones like I do, it helps. So I'm going to turn it on. I'll let you guys hear that it's on. And then I'm going to put my headphones on, and I'm going to look in that direction. I'm just going to say what I hear or feel, not just what I hear on here, but what I feel or what I sense or what whatever input I get. And you guys can track it while I'm doing it. And when I'm done, I'm just going to turn back and you guys can tell me your experience. Okay? Cool. Excellent. Thank you all. You heard it. Yeah, I heard something, but I didn't know what it said. Okay. So I got my headphones on. I'm going to turn on so you guys can hear it first. Okay, and I'm just plugging my thing in, and the battery's full. Is there anybody here that would like to talk to me? Apple? It sounded like a question. She said apple. It was a girl. Hey, Lily. How's your boss? At the lake. Should I go back? Hey, Teddy. I'm going to change the sweep. I'm sick of it. Who's here? It's Dad. For Rick. I failed you. How's the puppy? I'm at work. On Sunday. Hey, Dad. I think about you. It's Ryan. Stay here. Right where I'm from. The tunnel outside. Poor Derek. Who's Donald? I keep hearing the name Pepper, too. Alrighty, guys. I was all over the map. I don't know. There was somebody talking to their dad, I think, and earlier I heard a dad talking to somebody. So I don't know. Did anything resonate? Yeah, Pepper came up a few times. Yeah. But it was like, I wasn't sure if that was what I was hearing until the last one. Yeah, I kept hearing the name Pepper. So did anybody have anything that resonated for them? Did anybody hear anything? When you said Apple, hey, Lily, that's my daughter's name who's alive. How funny. A lot of talking clear. Yeah, she just made caramel apples today. Wow. Derek is your cousin. Wow. See, I never know, guys. And some of that was not through the box. Some of it was actually, I was just hearing stuff. So, clairaudient, So it was both the box and me. Woo! It's very tiring, you guys, because, I'm really sensitive to sound and frequency. And so using the box, including mediumship, is like off the chain. Like, I'm like so tired. which is where, but it's really meant for paranormal investigation. Let me just make that clear. That's what that's really meant for. To me, that's the best use. Yeah, it takes my energy. You know, we're made from water. And when you are doing spirit work, you are vibrating at an energy level that you are not used to as a human. Because our energy level's way the heck down here, and those spirits levels are way the hell up here, right? Yeah, ringing ears is bad. Yeah. Your sister's friend is paranormal. And, oh, cool. That's fun. Okay, so what kind of paranormal activity? Okay, so all the spirit box is going to do is hopefully give somebody information about what is going on in the room. There's also a temperature control on it that tells you if the temperature changes. Sometimes it pops on or doesn't, or you can turn it on. But basically, it's just meant to get words. So when you use a spirit box, sometimes you will hear names. Like you'll say, who's in the room? They might say Ralph or whatever. And so that's when it's useful, or it might give you a little information. You can also use a lot of other tools. But for me, honestly, my best input I've gotten on these paranormal things is my spirit drawings, you guys. Hi, Alicia. How's your new place? Yeah, orbs. Yeah, I get orbs a lot too, man. I love them. I think they're healing. I think they're ancestors. I love it. Sage went out. Yeah. Yeah, but here's the thing. You know, we make when things happen scary. You know, they aren't really scary necessarily. Sometimes they're just trying to get our attention. That's all it is. I'm having a hard time getting my girl to work. I feel like I'm too anxious and I can't regulate my gift to work. Oh, gotcha. Stop trying so hard. Just allow. Just tell yourself like, hey, I'm ready for that gift to show up. I'm cool. Whenever you want to be here, I'll be ready. Sometimes there's a reason it's not allowing itself in. It's not saying you're doing anything wrong. I'm just saying sometimes there's something that you are uploading, whether it be a lesson or a new energy or a new skill. And you can't really produce at that time. Just like if a car is being repaired or being upgraded, you can't drive it at that same time while it's being repaired or upgraded, right? So as an intuitive medium, and I'm sure there's other ones in here that can agree with me, we have moments where we level up in a sense. Like all of a sudden we get kind of amped up. We start noticing we're picking up a lot of things, a lot of synchronicities and so forth. Happens to me every time the last week of the full moon, like when the moon is filling out to the last week. I don't know why. I'm not an astrologer, but that's what happens to me. Or right before a big storm. Hey, Pamela. Follow Pamela, you guys. Amazing psychic as well. And medium. So anyways, so what happens is, I was talking about when your gift isn't working. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. So take the break, allow it as long as it needs to be, and tell yourself, I know that there's a reason this is happening. It's part of my repair work to be ready for the next thing. Okay? Yeah. So it's normal is what I'm telling you. And the more you worry about it, the worse it's going to get. Just don't worry about it. Just know that it will come back. And when it does, it's going to be stronger than before. So you'll be glad that you took the break because you'll need it. You got to recharge that battery. It's just like a video game. You know, you see those video games are running and running and running. Hey, I tease. They're running and running and running. And then, you know, a little battery level goes and you have to level up or whatever. It's the same thing. You have to do it too. I think humans in general need to do that once in a while. Just take a damn break. Stop being an adult. Stop being a kid. Stop being a whatever for a day. You know, I think it's healthy. So what else? Did anybody else want a reading tonight before I jump off? It's 10:30. I'm getting kind of tired. I think I'm going to jump off here. I listened to this lady. Her gift receded when she let her ego get involved. Yes, that does happen. Yeah. Well, and worrying is part of our ego, right? I can tell I will need to focus on lessons when things slow down. Yes. What is it when you are sitting on your bed and feel like something is also on the bed? Sounds like a spirit energy. Could be a pet. Could be a person. Not unusual. You're born on Halloween. Lucky you. How cool. I feel the mattress sink. Yeah, I've had that happen. It's a spirit. So what? Could be a pet. I've had a cat one jump on my bed a couple times and been like, there's no cat. My dog's not in here. You know, but I can feel it jump up. Yeah. Here's the thing. You don't have to be afraid of everything that happens. There's really no reason to be. Yeah, exactly. It's not evil, guys. That's the first assumption everybody makes. It's evil. No, not necessarily. Now, if it makes you feel like sick to your stomach, like really changes how you physically feel, or smells like rotten something or something, yeah, then I'd be a little worried maybe, and think like maybe this isn't great. But generally, slamming doors, knocking shit over, waking you up in the middle of the night, seeing something walk by, that it's not going to hurt you. Okay, I'm telling you. Deja vus, yeah, they're trippy, aren't they? Mine feels like someone's pushing up from underneath the mattress, like kicking feeling. Yeah. I've had it where I felt like someone, like when you push the mattress back in the bed with your thighs, like you bump the mattress back into place. I felt that before and there was nobody there. Yeah. No, I'll be on lives a lot, but I of course, Carly, I just, whenever you feel like jumping on, but Tuesday I'm going to be doing a TikTok-a-thon. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Alicia, that's crazy. And I can't sleep my feet out of the covers anymore. Oh my gosh, Brooke. That would trip me out, yeah. But again, I don't think anyone's trying to hurt anybody, honestly, guys. Just try to get your attention. And then if they don't get it and they get frustrated, they'll just push it a little further, a little further, a little further. So the best thing you can do is when stuff happens that's creepy like that to you, you say, okay, yeah, I felt you pull my toe. Yeah, I got it. I know what you're saying to me. So I know you're here. That's probably all I want. Talk to them. They're not trying to hurt you. That takes a lot of damn energy, and they really don't have time for that. I'm just saying. I think it's cool. I love it when I get an interaction like that. I always get excited. It happened the other day. Standing in the kitchen, talking to my friend about my boyfriend who passed a week ago. He took his own life. And we were talking about it, and I said, hey, I've got to talk to his best friend because he was sort of like a nephew to me when we were still together. And he said something like, well, you haven't heard from him in a while. Why all of a sudden is he so important? And I said, I think Brian wants us to be connected now because he needs someone like me in his life. And right when I said that, one light in this kitchen here went on and off like that. Now, to me, that's a sign. I love it. I got a very clear sign that's what he wanted. And it made me smile. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Look, I'm totally okay with it because here's the thing. He's been coming through to me and he's so much happier, you guys. And that just thrills me to no end. And that was what I needed to know. He is so much happier. It's cool. No, it's totally, I expected it, honestly. I'm not talking about Jeff, you guys. It's the one before. Yeah. He is so much better right now, you guys. Like really, and it changed everything for me. Like seriously, I'm not kidding. As sad as I was that happened and the way it all happened and all, and everything else. My back doesn't hurt anymore, you guys. I have 3 slipped discs that have been killing me for 3 years now. And almost to the day, March 22nd is when I injured my back 4 years ago. It stopped hurting, you guys. You think there was a little trauma attached to that? Yeah. Okay. So, sometimes you guys, those emotional things that we hang on to or people, they affect us physically, especially if you're empathic, right? So, yeah, but he's been communicating with me so clearly. And, he went from being a drunk addict to being the guy I remember again. So I'm really blessed that I get to see him this way. I would prefer it. I know it sounds bad, but that's how I feel. And he has come through very clearly. And he's the old guy I used to know. So doesn't make me, I could be happier that he is in that situation now. I think it was all mental and spiritual because while he was still alive, I kept feeling pulled to him and I couldn't seem to block him out. And we were still communicating, and I was being his friend. I was very clear that we were friends. I knew we would never be together again, but man, he sent me like a beautiful message like a month ago. I saved it on my phone. I saved videos of him. So I have really good memories of some things, even though he was horrible you guys. I'm not going to lie. He was horrible. Horrible. But I loved him and he loved me. And he's back to who I remember. But you know, addiction ruins people, you guys. You know this. Yes, Racy. Usually autoimmune disorders come from emotional hurt, you know, from things we stuff down, from pain. And I'm not blaming you that you have an illness, but I'm saying, yes, we are affected by our emotions, you guys. Totally. Yeah. Yeah, Carla's great. And Carla, I'm going to have you do some more healing for me soon. I need to. Yes, I'm so glad he's at peace now. I mean, it's like a whole different vibe for me. Like it's like it took me down 3 notches, you guys. It really did. And I'm glad that I'm back in his friend's life now too, because he's got little kids and I know his parents aren't very attentive to him and I feel like he needs me in his life. And my ex's daughter lives here. So I'm kind of hoping I'll hear from her because I'd love to tell her more about him because he didn't really get to interact with her very much. But of course, you know, I'm going to be respectful and stay back and they know how to get a hold of me if they want to. We'll see what happens. Very interesting. But I did find out more details that kind of clarified what I believed, which is I don't think it was on purpose at all. And he told me it wasn't, but there were other things that told me it wasn't. So, but life goes on. Here we are, you know, still communicating with me. So, but weirdly on the day after I found out, I went on my YouTube. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You are too. I went on my YouTube and there was a comment that I hadn't even noticed from him like a couple of days before that asked me to call him and I didn't see it. If I'd seen it, I certainly would have called him, but it was weird why he would post it on YouTube. Like, you know, as a comment. It didn't make sense. He said, "Hey, hon, you look beautiful. I need to talk to you. Call me." And I didn't see it. I would have. I always called him back. And I don't know why, because he was a nutball, but, you know, that's just me. I care about him. And no, he was not a good boyfriend. There's no doubt. He was a shithead. He knows it. Total shithead. Every way. Like, really, like, bad. Like, I don't even want to tell you because it's so disgusting. But it's okay. That's how we learn, guys. That's why I can help other people, because I've been through a lot of shit. I'm not just talking out my butt. I've been there. I've done it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've been through it all. But, you know, there comes a point where you realize, like, every time you do things for other people and it doesn't really help you, there comes a point where it's like, why are you doing it anymore? You know, you can't change other people. I mean, all you can do is say, here's a hand, but you can't just hand them everything, right? You have to encourage them to better themselves, but you cannot make them do it. And that's the thing. We are fixers. A lot of us are fixers. We want to fix. We can't do it. We can inspire, though. See, there's a difference there. You can inspire other people. And not to say, you know, not like, oh, I'm so inspiring, but that's always my goal, is to be positive and uplifting and try to give people their power back, because a lot of times people try to give me their power. Like, tell me if I'm going to get pregnant. I'm like, you decide that. Are you going to get pregnant or not? Stop worrying about when it's going to happen. Are you or not? Yeah, it's the empath curse. Exactly. Exactamundo. True. All right, kids. Well, I'm going to hop off. I'm tired, but I will see you guys probably tomorrow at some point. And like I said, I'm going to be on a lot more, you guys. I promise. I missed you. And it's going to get better. You're going to see a lot of me. We're going to do a lot of cool stuff. We're going to do more mediumship too, which I don't do a lot on here. And Tuesday is the TikTok-a-thon, and Friday is the night of crazy shenanigans. I just made that up. Thank you, and good night. Mwah, faka, y'all.